Hey guys, it's Kelsey. So this past Friday I actually went to Disneyland and it was pretty much my first time going. I'll explain in a second, but I was really like clueless and I was like, oh, I don't know like what I should bring and like everything like that. But I ended up just packing a bag and then I thought, hey, this could be helpful for other people who maybe it's their first time at Disneyland and maybe they're not really sure what to bring or how everything works. So I thought I would show you guys what's in my backpack for like, I mean this is I guess specifically for Disneyland, but it can pretty much work for any theme park. So yeah. So basically this is a pretty spontaneous trip. My brother goes to college pretty close to Disneyland, and so he's not on spring break, but I am on spring break. So then he brought up the idea of me going up to his college and then going to Disneyland. It just kind of worked out. We planned it like Thursday night. And yeah, so basically we drove to my brother's college, which was a bit of a ride, but you know, it's all good. And then we picked him up there because his class ended at like 11, so we basically got the rest of the day to hang out at the park. And so we picked him up and then we drove over to Disneyland, and my parents, like, they're not huge like Disney people or like rides like people, so they dropped us off at Disney and then they just went to shop around the area. So my brother and I basically had half the day to explore. Yeah, okay, enough of the backstory. Let's get into what's in my bag. So this is the little backpack I took to Disneyland. So this backpack is from Amazon, and I can try and link it below if you guys are interested. But if you just look up like mini backpacks on Amazon, you'll find a bunch. So there's like the main pocket and then this little pocket, and then there's two side pockets which are actually meant for water bottles, but they don't fit water bottles very well. So in this side pocket right here, I have my phone. I just did a what's on my iPhone, so go check it out. I'll put it in the little iBar thing. So yeah, I pretty much like held this most of the time, or like when I went on a ride I'd put it in, but like this is just a good little place to keep it. Also on the front of my bag I have this Disney pin. So a little tip, when you go to Disneyland you can actually get these little pins for free. So what you do is you go to the City Hall, which is on Main Street. It's pretty much right when you walk in, and you go up and you ask like one of the reception people for the free pins, and you get the option of, I believe it's the Happy Ever After pin that I have, a first visit pin, a just celebrating pin, just graduated pin, and a happy birthday pin, I believe. And they can like write little stuff on it, but I just wanted little free pins. So that's a little tip: when you go, you can actually get those for free. Yeah, all right. But let's go into this first pocket because it's easy and small. So in here I just kept my Disney pass because I needed it for fast passes, and I would also keep all my fast passes in here. Fast passes are the way to go, everybody. I was so confused on how they worked. You go to the ride that you want to go on, and if you realize that the wait is a long time, you can get a fast pass. So you just like put your little card in there and then it gives you a fast pass. So then it'll tell you to come back around a specific time, and so at that time you'll come back and you can use your fast pass and you skip like half the line, which is super good. And then also on the thing it'll tell you when more fast passes are available, so you can't just like go around and get fast passes for every ride. So for example, my brother and I wanted to get fast passes for Space Mountain because that's his favorite ride and I had never been on it. So the wait was like 65 minutes, so we're like, And so we got fast passes and it told us to come between 5:40 and 6:40. So you can go any time, just don't be early and don't be late. Yeah, and then on our little thing it said fast passes available at 3:20. So then at 3:20 we could get fast passes for a different ride. That might sound really confusing to people who have never been there. So fast passes are totally the way to go. When my brother and I got back at Space Mountain at 5:40, the wait was 75 minutes. We skipped half the line, and between waiting in line and going on the ride it took 20 minutes. So fast passes are super good. We also got some for Splash Mountain. But the sucky thing is that we got to like the very front of the line, we were just about to go on, and the ride broke down. And then when we tried to come back, the wait time was too long and the fast passes were like way late, so it didn't happen, but that's okay. The other things I have in here are just like receipts from like buying food and stuff. And then I just have loose change from buying stuff also. So that's all that's in that small pocket. Now we'll go on to the big pocket, which is my essentials pretty much. The first thing I have in here is a hat. I definitely recommend bringing a hat or sunglasses because it gets very sunny and very hot. Sometimes it depends when you go, when the weather is. So I actually bought this at Disney because I've wanted one of these hats for the longest time. It's Little Monsters University one. So I got this like pretty much right when I got there. And it was very nice because I had something to wear for the rest of the day, and it was very helpful because it was very sunny. So definitely recommend that. The next thing I have is a sweater. I just brought this little flannel. When I went, it was pretty warm and I didn't have to use it until nighttime. It gets so cold at night. And if you're planning on staying for like the fireworks and stuff, then I definitely recommend. Also, if you go on any water rides, you can use this to like warm yourself up. I didn't end up going on any water rides because Splash Mountain freaking, what's the word? Broke down. I forgot. Okay, next things, I have 2 water bottles. Water is very important for hydrating because you're going to be walking around the park all day and waiting in line, and it's very important to stay hydrated. I actually only brought this water bottle, but then I got this one from like a free meal that I got there. So yeah. All right, what do I have here? I have my camera because I was gonna try and take some video clips and stuff, but it was actually very low battery when I brought it. So I'm a fail, but everything's all good. I have some earbuds. This is mostly for the car ride like there, but also if you're like in line and you're bored, you can wear some headphones and listen to some music. I have a portable charger, which is very helpful. My phone got at like 10%, but it pretty much lasted me the whole park. So I definitely recommend a portable charger because you're going to be using your phone a lot probably to take pictures, just playing games while you're waiting in line. So this is very helpful. Next I have my wallet because at Disneyland you're probably going to want to buy stuff. I bought my hat and then I bought lunch and dinner. So kind of need your wallet to buy things. Then I brought a granola bar. I also brought goldfish, but my mom ate those in the car, so yeah, but I definitely recommend bringing snacks. Also, if you don't want to pay for some of the food there, then snacks are very important because you get very, very hungry. Just don't bring too many because then they might confiscate it. I don't know, because on the Disneyland rules, it technically says no outside food and drinks, but like they didn't confiscate anything. And like I had food and they saw it. So I mean, just don't bring like a ton because they might. So just be discreet about it is what I've heard, because then I was reading forums online. So yeah. And then the last thing that I have in my bag is just this little pouch with some essentials and stuff. So I have chapstick because my lips actually got really chapped. So it's very important to bring this, especially if it's like dry and hot outside. I have some lotion kind of for the same reason, just in case your skin gets kind of dry, because I know when my skin gets dry, it irritates the heck out of me. So I have some lotion. I have more receipts from other food items. And then I have some hand sanitizer because theme parks are pretty dirty, and especially if you're gonna go out to eat and you were like just touching like all the ride stuff, it can be pretty gross. So I definitely recommend that. So that is pretty much all in my bag. Yeah, that was my Disneyland experience and what's in my bag and everything like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!